power LED lights. These are pretty
Bro, no way. Is that real? You can power your light with the wheel. Dude, why doesn't everyone else use that? We literally use batteries and then we have so much waste from from the batteries, man. Why don't we just do that? I didn't know there's a difference between normal bikes and Dutch bikes, but I guess.
This is our Dutch bicycle. It's an
Hold up, let me pronounce this. Stravinskylian.
This is our Dutch bicycle. It's an Omofiets.
Oh, it's like the female bicycle. You know, you got the male one that's like that, and then you got the one for females.
It's literally grandma bicycle.
Yeah. My grandma has this bike.
There is really nothing special about it, at least here in the Netherlands. But in Canada, the US, or many other countries, this bike would be very unique indeed, and bicycles like this one really surprised me the first time I visited the Netherlands.
Why?
There's a good reason for this uniqueness. In the Netherlands, bicycles are seen as a tool for everyday transportation. A way
Wait, so everyone drives these ones?
to get from point A to point B quickly and efficiently. In most other countries, bicycles are used primarily for sport and exercise. This one difference explains nearly everything special about a bike
Is this like actually a Dutch bike? Like, was it popularized in the Netherlands, or is it just like?
like this.
Because I know my grandma has this.
Now, it's not like this is the only kind of bicycle you'll see in the Netherlands, of course. There are many others, including e-bikes, cargo bikes, hand cycles, and you'll definitely see road
Watching
bikes
this whole
used for
fucking
sport
video on
too,
bikes.
especially on weekends.
Great.
But for everyday urban transportation, this style of bicycle is by far the most common.
Whoa! Before you continue, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Only about 1% of the people watching these videos are subscribed. Also, check out my Twitch and Discord down in the description.
So what makes this bicycle so different from what you might be used to?
His light is destroyed.
Well, the primary difference is that this is an upright bicycle. It's built to ride in an upright sitting position. This is
Okay.
an inefficient position that will not transmit maximum power into the crank during a pedal stroke. Plus, it's totally not aero. But who cares?
where you're not like being an athlete trying to get the best time, dude.
What the upright position does provide is comfort.
Yeah,
The
what?
handlebars on this bicycle are high up and swept back, making it extremely comfortable to ride. On this kind of bicycle, you almost pull up and back on the handlebars rather than putting any weight on them. This is just a more comfortable way to sit on a bicycle, and the
Just
design
chilling.
is very similar to the original safety bicycle developed in the UK
That is a cool bike. What the hell?
in the late 19th century. Sitting upright also makes it easier to see what's going on around you, which
Alright,
can be safer
Tony,
when
bye-bye.
cycling in busy
Take care.
urban
Much love.
environments with lots of
Oh,
other
wait.
people around.
Oh, bye.
Riding this way lets you wear any type of clothing you'd like because it's no different than sitting in a chair, which is why you see most people in the Netherlands dressed for the destination and not the ride.
I think this video is more like interesting for like Americans and Canadians because this is just pretty standard to me.
This bicycle has a step-through
Sup?
frame,
What up?
meaning that you can get on and off it very easily without having to swing
Like
your
I've
leg
grew
around,
up using these kind of bikes, so
like you do on a bike like this, with a crossbar. These frames are fine and you'll definitely see them here, but I find them particularly annoying if you have a kid seat because if you swing your leg up to get on, you kick your kid in the head.
no. Yeah, thank you for the follow.
And
Missed it.
I don't understand why we still call these men's bikes when it's the only kind you can hit your nuts on.
That's kind of true. It should be like the opposite or something. But yeah, these are. I've grown up knowing that these are called the men bikes with the straight pipe, and then the bent one is the girls' bike.
Because step-through frames are more comfortable to use, they're increasingly popular for both men and women. This is another thing that contributes to people wearing
To be honest, it's the one with the bent pipe is way more comfortable.
normal clothes when cycling, and why you'll even see women wearing dresses and skirts. Speaking of skirts, this thing is called a skirt guard or coat guard, and it's quite common on Dutch bicycles. It prevents long articles of clothing from getting stuck in the spokes.
Well, at least they have the little like guard for the wheel. I know when I was smaller, I accidentally destroyed mine, and I didn't have this. And on the wet days, dude, my whole back would be just wet and just dirty from
as you ride.
on the dirt.
It also helps prevent a child sitting on the back from getting their foot stuck. Another thing to protect your clothing is the chain guard, a plastic or metal cover
Yeah, never
over the
had this
bicycle
either.
chain. It also helps to protect the chain from the elements, making it last longer. This thing here is called a frame lock, and almost every bicycle in the Netherlands has one.
What is this?
These are incredibly convenient for so many reasons, but I've almost never seen them outside of the Netherlands,
So you don't yoink?
Denmark, and Japan.
Wait, what? That's actually genius. So you don't
Outside
yoink
of
the...
Netherlands,
Dude, here, if you leave your bike, you can chain every single part of the bike to like the whatever, the metal post or whatever. Someone will come and still steal your wheels. It's either they will steal your wheels, both front and back. They will steal your steering thing. They will steal your seat. And if you don't chain your frame, they will steal the frame too.
Denmark, and Japan.
Even dude, I've seen people stealing pedals.
They are an easy way to lock the back wheel of your bicycle for quick stops, which makes it really, really easy to pop into a shop when riding somewhere. The frame lock also keeps
They
your
will literally yoink everything.
key inside as you ride. You can actually buy frame locks that don't do this, but I really like the key retaining feature. This is a small detail, but it ensures that your bike keys are always with you. That being said, I have been known to accidentally hit the key with my leg and bend it like this. Oops. Also, while
UK
there's a lot
moment.
of space
Yeah,
for the
dude,
locking
UK is so bad when you with your bikes. It's actually so sad. You will see those little like railings where you can attach your bikes, and all you will see is like one wheel, the frame of the bike, the back wheel. It's just like, dude, and no one takes it because it's like, yeah, it's your stolen bike and it's like chained to the wheels chained.
mechanism in the wheel, I seem to hit the spoke far more often than you'd think. I should have gone into
Yeah, that's literally it. Like you can chain the frame and they'll just take the wheels, man. They'll take the wheels, the handle, and the seat.
neutrino research. When this lock is engaged, you can't ride the bicycle, but you can, of course, just pick it up and walk away with it. So if you want to ensure that your bike is still there when you return, it's best to bring a chain lock with you as well, and most people
Yeah,
do.
that's
If
not
you
gonna
see
help
bikes
here.
locked only like this, it's probably because the owner considers their bike too crappy to steal.
That's why here at least wherever I live, the council provides like this little, like a little house for the bicycles. So only the owners, like for example, if you live on that street, only your street can chain the bike there, and it's like closed off. So that's pretty cool, I guess. But
A slight
yeah,
variation
if you leave your bike anywhere here, it's
on
just gonna
this
be
is
gone.
a frame lock with a chain lock integrated, giving you 2 locks with 1 key. Interestingly, U-locks, by far the most common locks in North America, are not seen very often in the Netherlands. Probably because it's difficult to get close enough to something to lock to with so many other bicycles around.
What if you accidentally chain your bike to someone else's bike? I bet that's happened before, man.
Another feature you'll see on almost every bicycle in the Netherlands is both front and rear fenders. This makes sense in a country where
I'm new to your stream and vids. What do you usually do?
it
What do you mean
rains
on
all the
stream?
time, and
Or
fenders are not considered
we
an
just watch
optional
shit, play
add-on
games
here.
sometimes.
What's also included is a kickstand. Almost every bike comes with one.
Dude, I've never seen a kickstand like this. I've only seen the like one leg thing.
Over the fender, you'll usually find a rear rack, though some bikes have a rack on the front. Ultimately, these bicycles are meant to be useful, so having panniers at the back or a box on
What
the front
games?
allows people to carry a
GeoGuessr, I don't
surprisingly
know.
large amount of
Everything.
stuff. No SUV required.
Mm,
Rear racks in the Netherlands are also built strong enough to carry another person, which you see quite regularly. But then everything on a Dutch bicycle is heavy.
when he said that, you can take someone on the back of the wheel. It just reminded me that of all the chavs in UK that drive around and you sit on the front of the steering wheel. It looks so dumb, dude.
Duty.
Wait, let me
These
show
aren't
you if there's a
aluminium
video.
or carbon fiber frames, they're made of solid steel. these bikes are not built for speed, they're built to last. In general, Dutch bicycles are built to be low maintenance. So when a bicycle has gears, they're often internal hub gears like this one. In-hub gearing is great because they almost never need maintenance. This is very different.
I don't think there's any videos that can explain it. UK chaff compilation. What the fuck?
Start shop on any man.
Yeah, it's bad, man. Like, okay, I definitely cannot show that.
Different from deraillers, which I find are constantly going out of alignment.
Yeah, thank you for the follow.
Of course, many bicycles.
Yeah, they will sit on this front frame, and it's like, bro, just walk, or just
including
get a
this one of
bike,
ours,
man.
don't have any gears at all. You might also notice that this particular bike doesn't have any handbrakes either. A lot of bikes here do have handbrakes, but this one uses coaster brakes that you engage by cycling backwards.
Okay.
This was fascinating to me because in Canada, you will
Interesting.
never see brakes like this except on
I've never seen that before.
children's bikes. They take some getting used to, but I really prefer cycling like this, as it feels so natural to pedal forward to speed up and pedal backwards to brake.
What if your feet slips?
By not having any handbrakes or gears, it keeps the bike simple and maintenance-free. It also avoids any cables that might accidentally get stuck on other bicycles when parking in tight places. All of this is done to keep the bicycle in good working condition, which is important when it's your primary mode of transportation. The only problem we've ever had with this bicycle is the occasional flat tire. And speaking of tires, did you know they use a different tire valve here? In the US and Canada, there are only ever two tire valves. Presta, found on road bikes, and Schrader, found on everything else. Here in the Netherlands, they use a Blitz valve.
Hey?
These valves have a little ball that prevents air from getting out. They're really easy to work with. In case you're curious, you can just use a regular Presta pump to fill these. Just pump it up to a high enough pressure and
Wait,
the valve
that's
will
normal.
open automatically.
That's just a normal... Okay.
Another thing you'll sometimes see on bicycles here
Dubs.
is a
What up, man?
dynamo. These go in the wheel hub or on the wheel and generate enough electricity to power LED lights. These are pretty
Bro, no way. Is that real? You can power your lights with the wheel. Dude, why doesn't everyone else use that? We literally use batteries and then we have so much waste from the from the batteries, man. Why don't we just do that?
electricity to power LED lights. These are pretty nice as you never need to worry about recharging batteries or forgetting your lights. Just another small thing that makes these bicycles simple for everyday
Yo,
use.
that's actually insane.
And
That should be on every bike.
lastly, the bell on this bike makes a pleasant sound. Though you hardly ever need to use your bell here, so
OP
it
bike?
doesn't really matter. When we were still living in Canada, we knew about upright Dutch-style bikes and tried for years to buy one, but they were almost impossible to find. This photo sums up the situation in Canada. A selection of bicycles supposedly for commuting with nothing but sporty hybrids and road bikes. They don't even come with a rack, fenders, or kickstand.
True.
Maybe there are more bike
I know a lot of people here in the UK use the foldable bikes. You fold them and then you can just carry them.
shops with upright bicycles today, but when we lived in Toronto, there was only one shop that sold them, and the next closest was over 50 kilometers away. Here in Amsterdam, I can't swing a pair of clogs without hitting a dozen bicycle shops that sell functional, practical bicycles.
There's so many
Bicycles
bikes,
that are
man.
designed for transportation, not sport. One group in Winnipeg, Canada, got so frustrated trying to find practical urban bicycles that they started importing new and used bicycles from the Netherlands. They call themselves the Plain Bicycle Project, and they're
Okay.
regularly receiving shipping
Dude, Dodge bikes are too OP that you have to ship them from Netherlands, dude.
containers full of bicycles from the Netherlands. So to my Dutch viewers, when you're finished with your bike, please consider donating it to needy families in Canada. It's
We literally watched like 2 days ago. We watched Geography on Geography Now on Netherlands. So it's kind of
so
interesting.
great to have bicycles that aren't for sport. Bicycles whose primary function is to be there when you need it, to carry your shopping or your friend, and to be used with as little effort as possible. No special gear or costume changes required. This is a point that's often overlooked because while it's obviously important to have safe streets and cycling,
Bro, What is my guy doing? What is he doing?
cycling infrastructure. It-
Why is he cycling with one leg?
Point that's often overlooked because while it's obviously
This is a
important
mad
to have
lad.
safe streets and cycling infrastructure,
Is something wrong with his leg?
it also makes a difference to have easy access to
He was cycling with one leg and holding the handlebar with the other arm.
have safe streets and cycling infrastructure. It also makes a difference
Okay.
to have easy access to practical, low-maintenance bicycles like this
Interesting.
one. Living in Amsterdam, I know that when I need to go somewhere, taking a bicycle
Wait,
will
that's someone at the back? Am I blind? I gotta investigate.
infrastructure. It also makes a difference
No, there wasn't anyone there.
because while it's obviously
There's just one dude.
important to have safe streets and cycling infrastructure, it also makes a difference to have easy access to practical, low-maintenance bicycles like this one. Living in
One leg,
Amsterdam,
one arm,
I know
dude.
that when I need to go somewhere, taking a bicycle will usually be the fastest and most convenient way to get there. But it's also important to know that I won't have any problems either, because of our old, clunky, rusty, beat-up, comfortable, reliable Omafeeds.
What?
I'd like to thank my supporters on Patreon who pay me to talk
Alright, that
about
was
just
nice.
bikes on Not Just
That's
Bikes.
a good video. Very interesting. I didn't think it's gonna be interesting, but it's kinda... We learned a lot. Especially that little lamp thing that you can generate power for it by cycling. That's insane, man. Whoa! Before we continue, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Only about 1% of the people watching these videos are subscribed. Also, check out my Twitch and Discord down in the description.